I need to actually process this down some timber, make a neck blank, and move forward. The problem is the neck blank that I have designed is insane, and well, it's insane. So, well, let's tidy up and start machining down some wood. All right, so this is the plan. We have flame maple in the middle as a centerpiece, and it's going to be wedged, probably about 10 millimeters wide there to a particularly fine at the headstock. This here is rosewood, and as is this, and this is more flamed maple. Or do I potentially maybe do it the other way around and have the bulk? Of course I do. Of course I do. Okay, other way around. Rosewood, rosewood, rosewood. Flame maple. And all I need to do is make one very wide piece, so about 8 centimeters tall, like so, and this piece, come on, draw, 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 will be wedged like that with the curve in here. And then I will cut that in half and book match it. And then book match it on either side of the central piece of rosewood here. And that's not too complicated, is it? Of course not. Now on top of that, for fun, I think I'm going to add veneers in at these points, and that will be a black, white, black veneer, just to accentuate the curves and the joins. So, and of course, just to add more complexity. Fun times. My gosh. Okay, it looks scary, it feels scary, I'm scared. That must mean it's scary. I can do it. I can do it. I'm sure. Okay. It's not that bad. So, okay, it's not that bad. Seriously, I have a huge chunk of rosewood, and this is wide enough that I can use this to make my wedge. The curved section of rosewood on the outside. That is perfectly fine. I need to find some flame maple from downstairs in our wood store, and we have the veneer. It's just a case of processing wood. Now, this is not something that I would suggest you do in a home workshop. Well, unless you have a home workshop with a meaty bandsaw, which I did, you know. So there we go. Yeah, this is going to involve a whole hell of a lot of machining, big bandsaws, and processing down the stuff. Okay, it is all well and good drawing these things on a piece of paper. A full-scale plan is really to be preferred massively. Now, well, I have a template on which I'm going to just draw this. Oh, crikey, that's heavy. Okay, now we are talking about rosewood in the middle, and this is, I really do prefer, I like it when the laminates in a multi-laminate neck follow the the same geometry as the neck, so it's 10 mil wider here than it is here, or 15 mil, or thereabouts. Anyway, sharp pencil. So what I'm going to do is have a piece in the center that stops that joins my two book matched sections basically. So I'm marking out from the center line. I'm not going to worry about what goes on there. I want this to be something like that. But what I do want is that here we've got, it's roughly halfway between that laminate and the outside. Or do I? No, I do. It's just difficult, so. So this is the problem. I've got this lovely curve, but from here, and this is where drawing these things out in reality actually causes the issue. From here, you've got something that looks fairly traditional, actually, because that is glued in and hidden. So really, I want this to be flame maple, and I want my rosewood to start just inside where the body joint is, I think, because that then shows off what we've actually gone and done here. Okay, that's much better. So this is rosewood on the outside. This is flame maple on the inside. Do we want it to be more? Okay, and then on the headstock, what we're going to end up doing is follow the line of the neck. So that just carries on through, and then this here will be, that'll be flame maple probably, or maybe just some more of the black, white, black veneer there with more rosewood on the outside. I think that would actually look better, and that will happen here as well. Now the reason for that decision is here we will have rosewood coming through to there, and then half of the headstock would be flame maple. It's less so here because the rosewood or flame maple would be solid, up to should be solid unless we got much. Anyway, but that halfway look, it just doesn't look right. So I will have black, white, black veneers here, and then more rosewood, creating the wings on the headstock, and that will look good. And all we've got, it looks like, the neck will look like it's got flame maple, a curved flame maple accent in essentially solid rosewood. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. And that is why you draw things out as many times as possible, preferably in full size. We found that the feature of that joint was going to be hidden in the neck pocket, and I didn't want that. So it's all good. It's all good. Do you know, some people can't actually, they actually cannot visualize in their heads what something is going to look like. You ask them to think of a screw, and they think of concepts in their head that describe what a screw does or feels like, etc. They can't create an image in their mind. I can't imagine that. Anyway, let's get back to building a guitar.